Hi guys, welcome to the module Initiating SSH Connection, Issuing Commands and Reading the Output using Netmiko. In the previous session on Paramiko, we have set up the lab in GNS3. You can refer the session for guidance. Before starting, we will check the device reachability and SSH connection. We assign the router IP 172.18.20.1. Device is reachable. SSH connection is also successful. Now we will create a simple Python program to illustrate the Netmiko functionality. Save my Python program, desktop, Netmiko. To open a connection with a network device using Netmiko, Connect Handler is a central interface. It opens a session, issue commands to the device and read the output back. Let's start by importing the Connect Handler class from Netmiko library. Then we will set up our connection details in Connect Info dictionary. Device type will give a hint to the Netmiko about the kind of device we are going to deal with. Since different vendor devices may have different escape sequences or handle prompt differently, Netmiko account for these differences in background. Netmiko supports around 100 plus vendors. You can refer this web page for your guidance. I am going to use a Cisco IOS device. We have to define the host. Then port number, username, then password. Netmiko has provided a context manager functionality for Connect Handler class. It allows us to specify the code to be executed. Context manager will automatically take care of before and after operations such as closing the connection by itself. It reduces our lines of code. To define a context manager functionality, we have to use the with keyword. Then call the Connect Handler class and we will pass this connection info dictionary. We have to specify the two asterisk symbols since it is a dictionary, and we will define our descriptor. We will call it as on. If the connection is successful, I will print connection is successful. Our connection is successful. This will work only when the connection is successful. That is, we are able to establish the connection with the device. Suppose we are connecting to the device which does not exist, or we are not able to log into the device for some reason. This program will fail. To handle this at runtime, we are going to call this function inside our try catch block. We will define our except and in case the connection is successful, I will print connection is successful. If connection is failed, I will print failed to connect. So even any error occur during runtime, it is catched by our exception class. Next, we will issue a command to your device. Now connection is successful. I'm going to find the interface and IP address of the interface which is having up status. Okay. To find the interface, to use show IP interface brief. Then I'm going to pick only the interfaces which are up. Show IP interface brief is an operational command. To issue an operational command to the device, we have to use the send command function. We are going to capture our output in the output variable, and I am going to invoke the send command function. I am going to print the output. We got our output. To extract, we will try to extract only the interface which is up. I am going to strip the white spaces, and I am going to split the output based on the white spaces, and I am going to pick the first value. Now we have got the interface which is up. Same way we can pick the IP address also. To issue a configuration mode commands, we have to use the send config set function. Let's define a function. I'm going to define a list, and I am going to change the host name of the router, and I am going to write my changes. To use configuration mode command, we have to use send config set, and I am going to pass this list. We have not printed the output. We'll try to print the output this time. Router IP has changed. Since it is already in configuration mode, so no need to issue config key. I'm going to remove this command. I'm going to change my router hostname back to Netmiko underscore router. Our program has executed successfully. To issue a configuration mode commands from file, we need to use a send config from file command. To send configuration mode command from file, let's create a config.txt, and we will store our commands here. going to change the router image, and I am going to write the commands. Now I will invoke the same command, and I will change to file. Let me define a variable called file to store my file name, and I will pass this variable. Our command is executed from the file. This config from file function is mostly used with Jinja 2 templates. We will see how to use Jinja 2 commands while we are seeing Jinja 2 session.